move your life forward in the most positive way using astrology? Then let's talk about the astrological patterns for January 2014. The new year begins with a new moon, and this is perfect symbolism for your New Year's resolutions. And that new moon is incredibly powerful. You can watch my new moon video about that because it's worth really understanding. January carries intense cardinal energy the entire month. Pay attention to this. The cardinal energy wants movement. It wants improvement. It needs to have a physical release. This is a restless energy, and it's going to be dominant for the entire month. Now we have to do something with that. That means we can't just sit around and we can't just flow. We need to actively participate in moving our life forward this month. Set your goals for that and start with that new moon. One of the areas that we'll all probably want to focus on is money and finances and our values. And this is because Venus is going to be retrograde in Capricorn for the entire month. It actually goes direct on the last day of January, but for the entire month it's retrograde. And when that happens, that's a review period, not only for our relationships, because that's normally what Venus rules, but also because it's in Capricorn, it's going to be what do we value? How are our finances looking? Are we responsible in these areas? This is all very important because there is so much of a thrust forward for this month. There's a very dynamic full moon on the 15th. It's in Cancer. And the reason it's dynamic is because Cancer is a cardinal sign. So once again, it's going to be emphasizing that restless movement energy that wants to go forward. But it's also because the moon rules the sign Cancer. So it's very strong. So at the full moon, you might want to be focusing on your family connections, but also clarifying your emotions and making sure body, mind, and spirit are working together. You need to get your heart and your soul behind the goals that you have, and that full moon can really help you do that. I think the peak period in January for all this cardinal energy is really going to be the 21st and 2nd of the month, because that's when the moon is in Libra and we have a lot of connections between those cardinal planets. I think it's going to be really strong. So what you want to do, I think, is set your goals at the new moon at the beginning of the month, clarify them emotionally in the middle of the month on the 15th, and then pay attention, because around the 21st and 2nd of the month, you'll probably take everything to the next level and the universe might assist you. So you want to be cooperating so that it's harmonious. On January 30th, we actually have a second new moon, and that's because the first new moon was on the 1st of the month. On January 30th, the new moon will be in Aquarius, and you can watch my video to find out more about that. Aquarius is an air sign, and so the focus will be socially, and it will be on embracing our own sense of uniqueness. So let's summarize the astrological patterns for January. Remember, Venus is retrograde the entire month. You'll probably do some review on what you value, and you'll probably do some review on your relationships and hopefully improve those patterns. We start the month with that dynamic, really powerful new moon on the 1st of January, and we have a second new moon on the 30th of January. But what's most important about this month is that cardinal activity that wants to move things forward, start new patterns, get into new disciplines, release stagnation so that you're not sort of pushed upside the head and forced to do it. Willingly move things forward. And remember, on the 21st and 2nd of the month, there's a very dynamic configuration where probably we will be feeling a nice sense of accomplishment about all the things that we've been moving forward. This is a very dynamic month with all that cardinal energy wanting to move you forward. Embrace it and take charge. Don't just go with the flow. Purposefully move your life forward. And let this month set the pace for all of 2014 so that you have dynamic growth throughout the entire year. Thank you. I'm Kathy Rose.